let's get cozy. What is up, friends and family? It's your girl, Natty B, with another video. If you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, what is up, you guys? Okay, so as you can see by the title, I decided to tell you guys a few things about me. I feel like I kind of just started this channel and I was like, they know me. No, I've never really explained who I am, what I do, just what makes me me, you know? I'm not like other girls. Just kidding. Isn't that a great line? We love that line. I feel like I kind of just, after being featured in my good old friend Keaton Melbourne's videos, a lot of people were always like, oh my gosh, start a channel, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. But I never really was like, what's up, here's me, let me tell you a few things about me. So here I go, you guys. I was brainstorming and I was like, how can I do this? And I was like, let's get comfy. We're gonna have a little chit chat. I got my little blanket because it's chilly in LA now. Good and chilly. But I was like, okay, let's do 50 facts about you. You know? And that was kind of crazy because I'm not interesting enough to have 50 facts. You know, maybe I have like 50 tidbits. I could like go through and be like, I have brown eyes, there's one. But like, no. So I decided to do like interesting things. And yes, I wrote it down. Ignore my weekly to-do on the back. We're gonna open it like this so you guys can't zoom in and see what I said. Just kidding. That is just the premise of this video. Oh yeah, I don't have 50, I have 38. And I kind of just like was like, okay, get crazy, go really out of the box. I asked a few of my best friends growing up just some really crazy weird things about me, and they've been texting me weird things that I've also added because I was not at 38, I was at like 30. Okay, they gave me 8 facts. I was at 26, actually I take that back. So they gave me a lot, they gave me 12. I'm a math genius, fact 1. Just kidding. Let's get started. What is up? My name is Natalie Braun, and I prefer to go by the name Nat, and also Natty B. I feel like my staple is Natty B, and most of you guys know me as Natty B. That is also my YouTube name, my Instagram name, and to be completely open with you guys, I used to try to pass my name as Natty when I was like in 6th grade, and it never caught. It was just like a no-go. And then when I met Keaton and she saw my Insta handle was Natty B, she thought that like what I went by was Natty. So that's kind of how it resurfaced. Like I wanted to be it in 6th grade and then it didn't catch. And then Keaton was like, oh, what's up, Natty? This is Natty. And I was like, whoa. And so now I feel like you guys mostly know me as Natty, but everyone growing up, it's Nat. No one really ever calls me Natalie. It's really weird when someone calls me Natalie, but my best friends that I like grew up with from like kindergarten on call me Natalie, and that's about it. And my parents. No, my parents call me Nat. Yeah. My middle name is Marie, which is the most generic name. I think half the population has the middle name Marie. So I'm just being thrown in on the mix. I was born on February 26th in the year 1997. So as of right now, as I'm filming this, I am 22 years old. Peace. I have one sibling. His name is Pierce. At this time right now, as I'm filming, he is 18 years old. He is a senior in high school, and he is gonna go off to college soon. But that is my little brother Pierce. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, my favorite place ever. And obviously right now I am living in LA, so I am not in Phoenix, but I plan on moving back there in probably like 4 to 5 years. I love Arizona, but I've literally been there my whole life, went to college there, never left, so I was like, let's send LA for a few years, so here I am. In LA, I went to a Catholic elementary and high school. it was called St. Thomas the Apostle Catholic School, and then Xavier College Preparatory. Those were my alma maters, and then I went to Arizona State University, which people will probably claim is the furthest thing from a religious school that you will find. We are infamous, yes. I was a Division I beach volleyball player at Arizona State University. If you didn't know that about me, or if you're new, I used to be really cool. I used to be an athlete. I'm not anymore. I think that was like my claim to fame, an athlete, and I'm not, and it's really depressing. Oh my gosh, I might cry right now. I literally don't cry. There's another fact, I guess, I don't know. But I do get sad about change. I hate change. And I'm no longer an athlete, so my whole identity has changed. So that kind of messes with me. I don't think about it a lot because then I get sad. So next, while I was at Arizona State, I was also a member of the good old sorority Alpha Phi. I was Keaton's big. That is how we became the bestest of friends. And while I was an Alpha Phi and a volleyball player at ASU, I was also a fraternity sweetheart. I was a sweetheart for the Sig Ep fraternity. Those were my brethren. I feel like I got along better with guys rather than girls, and those were my crew. I hung out with the Sig Eps all the time, and I loved them. And that was my other claim to fame. I used to be really cool. Next, I am obsessed with corgis. I wear corgi pajamas. I have a corgi stuffed animal that I sleep with every night. I own a corgi in real life at home in Phoenix, but you guys can't see her because she is scared of the camera and my phone. So she always runs away and is like, no, 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 do not film me. It's like I'm one of her side pieces and she can't be filmed, you know? I was originally a brunette, and I felt like I needed a change. I always wanted to go blonde, but I thought like it was so cool that I never touched my hair in natural highlights, whatever. And finally I was like, you know what, pull trig, let's do it. Now I'm a blonde. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know if I'll ever go back. I feel like I will, honestly, but it's gonna be really difficult to, because I look at old pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh. But that could also be a factor because my hair was down to my butt, and it could also be a factor that I was just young and I was still in an awkward phase, you know? I am 5'7", but I think people think I'm taller than I actually am because my limbs are so long. Like when I was playing, like my freshman year, I was always a defensive player because I'm not tall enough, and my coaches were like, you're tall enough, like why aren't you blocking? And they made me go block, and I'm like, what are you making me do? I'm 5'7". And after a few games, they like stood me next to my partner who was taller than me and was like, wait, I thought you were taller. And it's because I have the longest limbs ever. You know how it's like this matches your height? Not me. Mine like go like extra wide. I'm a very long-limbed human. And if you look at my Instagrams, my arms go like past my knees. It's crazy. I'm like a monkey. My favorite television show is The League. It is about a group of guys who are involved in a fantasy football league, and it is the funniest show ever. I'm currently rewatching it for the 7th time. I'm literally psychotic, but I actually watch that to go to bed. And it's just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in their friend group, even though I'm not, you know? You know what I'm saying? My favorite, or my go-to drink if I am out at the club or getting a drink somewhere, I will take a shot of tequila. I don't like holding a drink. I don't like walking around with it. I'm so paranoid. I always think I'm gonna get drugged. So I get a shot of tequila. That's my go-to. I'm like, I can't do it. And recently I found out I'm allergic to vodka. I will break out in face hives and neck hives. It's weird. It's so weird. So now I don't drink vodka anymore, and I just take shots of tequila because I used to hate tequila, I couldn't even smell it, and now I force myself, I'm like, do it. So now that's my go-to. My go-to outfit is probably just like my boyfriend jeans that you've seen me Instagram in literally every photo. They're just like whitewashed denim jeans, a regular like graphic tee, and Air Force Ones. I think that is all I ever wear, and that's probably all I'm ever going to wear. So there you go. Makeup product that I cannot live without. Like, I want to say foundation because I just do not like my skin. I do not, like, my skin's not my favorite. So that's why I want to say foundation, because I like to just cover up the little bumps that I have. But realistically, I look psychotic without mascara, so I don't think I could live without mascara. My favorite food. I could muck up a lobster all the time, but that's not always readily available. So if I had to choose anything, I'd get like a pasta with a vodka sauce, throw in some lobster bits, you know? Just like best of both worlds. If I were put to the test to cook something for someone, something that I would be very confident in, something that I cook the best, Brussels sprouts. I saute Brussels sprouts to a T. Those are my go-to. Amazing. I crave them. I'm a great Brussels sprout cooker. Things I need. I need dessert after every meal. I always have to have something sweet, and I think that it's because when I was young, my grandma always said that the palate never knows it's finished unless it's had something sweet. So if you ever need justification to have dessert, that's it. Your palate doesn't know it's done until it has dessert. So eat that dessert, girl. You only live once. My favorite dessert, I don't know why I put this. It's good dessert. I literally like anything sweet. I could eat anything. But okay, I do love this, and I don't have it that often. Turtle pie from Baskin Robbins. It's like a cookie crumble pie crust with vanilla ice cream, with a caramel coating, with like a chocolate ice cream syrup, with pecans on top. It's crazy. I love that. This is off of food, and I feel like this is kind of like, these are more of my random things. I feel like those are like, this is me, like surface. Now this is kind of like more into who I am. I don't know. I have the worst freeway anxiety. I cannot drive on a freeway. I don't know what it is. I can't do it. I used to love driving on freeways. I'd be like, la 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 la, this is my happy place. Let's turn on Kid Cudi, drive all night long. Then, when I was in high school, I started getting a really bad panic attacks, and I have not driven on a freeway since. And you want to know my reasoning behind it? I think that, so I went on birth control because I had like the worst cramping. I'm not going to go into my period, but it was because of that. So I went on birth control for that. And I think it disrupted my hormones. This is what I'm saying in my head. I don't know if this is even true, but this is how I'm telling myself. I think it disrupted my hormones, put them in an imbalance, and I started getting like really bad anxiety and panic attacks. I felt like I was in a dream all the time. It was the weirdest time of my life. I couldn't drive anywhere. But I used to like drive to practice, and it was far away, and it would be on the freeways, and I'd get like panic attacks on the freeways, and I like have to pull off, have my parents come get me wherever I was. So then I went on anxiety medication for a year. I'm all better now. I get anxious here and there, but it's not anything like that. But I am still terrified of freeways, and that is my one thing that I'm like, I've tried, I've done it a few times here and there, but it's only been like really short distances, and I haven't done it a lot. It's been like there was a 4-year span where I didn't even touch a freeway, and then this last March I was like, you have to get on. So I went on with my mom, and then after that I like did it a few times, and then I was like, I still get scared. So I don't drive on freeways. Another thing, I'm like these are all so weird and random, but I can do a tongue trick. Let me know if you guys can do this too. focus, it is the 3-leaf clover. I don't know why I think it's so cool. I know that there are like tongue tricks where people are like, you can't do that. That. I don't know, I think that's sick. So that's another fun fact. My least favorite thing about me, my ears. I hate my ears more than anything. I also don't like my feet. I have huge feet. That's that. My most favorite thing about me is that I am bow-legged, which leads to my knees not touching, which leads to giving the impression that I have a thigh gap. I don't know why I think that's so cool, but I'm bow-legged, therefore I have a thigh gap. So I guess that's my favorite thing. If there was one city in the United States that I would absolutely love to live in, but I don't think I will ever pull the trigger and live there, is Chicago. I'm obsessed with Chicago. It is the coolest city. The people there are so cool. I don't know why. I just really vibe with Chicago and I would love to live there. I don't think I can do the winters there. I am such a heat girl. The cold does not, you know how Elsa said, the cold doesn't bother me anyways. It bothers me for sure, honey buns. Okay, my next fact. While I was at Arizona State University, I graduated with 2 degrees, business entrepreneurship and sports journalism. And I first went into college being a business finance major. After the first semester, I was like, no, I want to be the next Erin Andrews. I love sports, love football. I can name whoever the frack should be named, blah, blah. And then after studying for a year, I was like, I hate this, but I already had so many credits. So then I added on another degree and I was like, business entrepreneurship probably sounds good. My dad told me that that would look good because it's business. I don't know. And I have no idea what I want to do. But long story short, hint, this degree is going to come in use and you guys will see really soon. My next thing, this is so weird. I hate the nubs of food. If I'm eating a chicken finger, I tear off the ends. I can't eat the ends of anything. If I'm eating a pickle, I will cut off the ends of the pickle and only eat the middle. If I'm eating a hot dog, same thing. The nubs of every single food, I cannot do. I don't know what it is. It freaks me out. I think it's because when I was younger and I'd eat chicken tenders, it would be mostly fatty there and I'd pull it off and it was gross, and now I cannot eat the nub of anything. Nubs freak me out terribly. So yeah, I hate nubs. Now onto my last page. There are only 11 things left. So my first love was Amari Stoudemire. If you know who that is, he played for the Phoenix Suns. I literally was obsessed with that team. I knew all of their stats. I knew where Amari lived, and on his birthday, I would take him birthday cards with my photo on it, and I'd be like, I will be at this game, so watch out. So yeah, I love Amari. I literally had his full-blown freaking body cutout attached to my door. I had 6 posters above my bed. For my birthday, or for Christmas, I got a signed shoe. I had a lunchbox. I made a scrapbook. I named all my usernames NatMat32 because that was his first number. And then when I switched it to 1, I changed my name to NatMat1. Also, I named it Matt because it just rhymed and I thought it flowed, and that was just me being a weird 5th grader. So yeah, Amari Stoudemire is my first love, and I will never ever love again. A weird other fact, I have a mole on my head. I have a mole right here, and I literally hate going to get my hair cut because people will brush over it, and every time someone gets near, I wince. I can't even talk about it. I have that next. Really, really random. This is one of the things my friends texted me about that they reminded me happened. So I have peed my pants many times from laughing. I used to have a problem with peeing my pants. It was a known thing that if I laughed too hard, I would pee my pants. My friends would get me diapers for my birthday as jokes in middle school. But my good friend Alicia, her dad at the auction won one of the things, and it was play volleyball with the nuns, because I obviously went to Catholic school, with the nuns, and then they'll cook us dinner in the convent. So we're playing with the nuns, ha ha ha, and then we go in and we do the nightly prayer for dinner, and they were singing, and my friend Kendall and I laugh at everything. Like, we literally cannot sit in a room without laughing, and we heard them start singing, and I laughed so hard I peed myself in the convent. So I have peed my pants in a convent, and that is just like the most weird thing ever, but that happened. And I left the mid-prayer because there was pee on the seat. My next thing is that my one true, besides Maya Sotomayor, if I were to see anyone ever, it's Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars more than anyone. I could listen to his songs forever. I think if I had to choose one artist to listen to for the rest of my life, it would be Bruno Mars. He's just absolutely magical. His performances are magical. He dances like a mini Michael Jackson because he's short. But he's just the ultimate chiller, and I love him, and he's my go-to. My next celebrity crush that I think if I saw in person, I would think it's like a simulation, like it's not real, is The Rock. I love The Rock. The Rock is the coolest man I've ever seen in my whole life. He is my forever, my always. I love him. This is like weird because it's going back to food, but if I could eat one fruit forever, it would be passion fruit. I love passion fruit more than anything. It's so good, and it is something my dad and I used to eat all the time. We'd get so excited when we'd see it in the store. It's just like the best fruit ever, and it's seasonal, so we never see it. But my dad has also planted 3 passion fruit trees in our backyard, and none of them have blossomed. So give good vibes to my dad's planting. Hopefully one day they will sprout. Another thing, when I was younger, I used to be the biggest tomboy. I literally played with all the guys. I would rather play football with the guys and beat them than hang out and talk to the girls. I also would take them, like, I dressed like them. I wore like Under Armour shorts and like Under Armour tops. I literally was obsessed with just being one of the guys, and all my neighbors on my street were guys, and we'd just like run around and play sports, and it was like, haha, I can beat you and I'm a girl. Like, that was just like my vibe. Another thing, I think I have an earwax disease. I produce more earwax than anyone, and it's just absolutely beyond me. I have to get them cleaned every 3 weeks because I can't hear. I don't use Q-tips because that's bad, and because I popped an eardrum before using them. So I just cannot do that. My next thing is that I used to get tonsillitis every 2 weeks. So finally, my parents were like, you need these gone. So I had my tonsils removed. When I got them removed, I was literally bedridden for 2 weeks, and I think I lost 15 pounds. And it was when I was like extra skinny, like no muscle, like just like skin and bones. So I like really shouldn't have lost any weight, and I did. But that happened, and that was absolutely crazy. And all of you guys, here's my last one. All of you guys asked me about my job. Right now, I have a very exciting project coming up, and that is all I'm gonna say. And I said something a little bit about it earlier, so use your noggin, think about it, it's coming. So those were 38 random facts about me. They might have varied because I did skip over a few, and I think I merged a few while I was reading, but yeah. So now that you guys know a little bit about me, maybe you'll like me more, maybe you won't like me more, but I wanted to tell you guys about. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.